What's up, y'all? I'm Lady, and welcome to my 2023 wrap up for the 8th of March book club. I'm a member of the 8th of March book club where we read women centered stories by women authors, and this was our fourth year. I have also created wrap up videos for the first 3 years. So if you are interested, check the links in the description box. For the most part, I have talked about all of these books at some point on this channel, so I will not go into a lot of detail, but the description box will be full of the links, okay? So you all can get all the details. So let's get into it. We started January by reading Beautiful Country by Kwang Julie Wong. And this one was a beautifully told Chinese immigrant story. We had a great discussion with this one, and I do recommend it. In February, we went to reading some science fiction. So we read The Deep by River Solomon, and apologies to them because we did misgender them. They identify as they them, and this was my second reading of it. And when it was chosen, I think somehow our communication got crossed, and then we decided to go ahead and read it. So we did misgender them. By it being a second read for me, I will say I enjoyed it this better the second time around. For the ladies in the group, not a lot of them are into science fiction or fantasy, so it kind of fell flat in the group. But for me personally, I'm glad I did read it a second time. In March, we read This Bitter Earth by Bernice L. McFadden. We read the first book, Sugar, in 2022, so we wanted to follow up. And I'll just tell y'all, to this day, we still discuss Sugar and This Bitter Earth. Okay, those are some of my favorite books of all time. In April, we read the memoir I'm Glad My Mother Died by Jeanette McCurdy. And I was already planning to read this one, so I was glad that it won the vote for the book club. This one was really funny. I don't know if she was intentionally being funny, but yeah. And it was also, it was funny and sad. I just, to think of the title is just a lot. But you know, publishing, they want to grab your attention, because if it was any other title, I doubt if it would have got all the looks that it did get, in the year. The conversation around it was excellent. We had a great discussion talking about her mama. Rest in peace to her mother, but my goodness. In May, we read In Every Mirror She's Black. And this one is by, let me try this name, okay? Lola Akimade Eckerstrom. Apologies if I messed that up, but the writing in this one was great, but I just really did not like the story at all. I just did not. And I would say the group was pretty much divided on it, but it made for a great discussion. There is a book too. I'm not going to continue. In June, we read Butter, Honey, Pig Bread, and this one is by Francesca Ecuasi. And this was one of my favorite books of 2023. The group was divided, but it was still, I remember us having a long discussion. And so I absolutely fell in love with Taye. She will be one of my favorite characters of all time going forward. If you have not gotten into this one, get into it. In July, we read Three Women, and this one is by Lisa Taddeo. I did not finish this one. I think I made it maybe 100 pages in, and then the book club rolled around, and once we talked about it in book club, I didn't feel the need to finish it. So That's It on Three Women. August was another one that was flat for me, and that's Wow, No Thank You by Samantha Irby. This one is nonfiction, and it was just okay. I know she has some other books, and all of her books are pretty popular, so I may try out an older one by her to see if I like it better. September, we read All My Rage by Saba Tahir. And this one just pulled on my heartstrings. It was so good. This one is YA, coming of age with a little love story in there. But most of it is about the coming of age of these two, I think they're first generation immigrants and the hardships that they face. This one was done really well. I really loved her writing. October, we read Fervor by Alma Katsu. And this was my first book by her, but I really enjoyed it. I think it was considered a thriller or a horror. It was definitely had a mystery aspect to it that I liked. And the discussion on this one was, it wasn't as good. I wouldn't say that this one was a really good choice for book club, but we was trying to try something different, and so I'll say I enjoyed the book, but the discussion was, just a little flat on that one. For November, we read Hijab Butch Blues by Lamia H, and this is a memoir. This one I found it really interesting to know that this is a pen name, and even if you look at the author's photo, she has her back to the camera, so there was a lot she had to leave out, I'm assuming, to protect her identity. But to me that made the memoir, less interesting, I guess. I wanted some more details, but her, being a Muslim as well as being a queer, I believe she identifies as a lesbian woman, or are they non-binary? I think she is. We did not misgender Lamia H like we did River Solomon. The discussion, I don't think I actually made it to the discussion for this one. I did finish the book, but I missed book club in the month of November. In December, we read Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, and I did enjoy this one. Several of the ladies in the group enjoyed this one, and the discussion was excellent. We had a nice long discussion on this one, especially since a lot of us are, read a lot and pay attention to the publishing world. This one was really good. So that is it. That is the wrap up for 2023 for the 8th of March book club. I'm looking forward to what we have set for 2024. If you're interested in the books that we chose to read for the first few months of 2024, I'll make sure to leave that video linked in the description box as well. So that is it for me in this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I will see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.